Hello, Honors Algebra. Mr. Lawrence here with your flipped lesson for Monday, February 13th. All right, today's lesson is going to be on multiplying binomials. We're going to multiply binomials together. For example, we might have a problem like, oh, no, I'm not in right mood. 2x plus 1 times the quantity of, say, 2x plus 1. In other words, I'd be squaring 2x plus 1. Now, we're going to do something tomorrow called FOIL, which will show you how to do this pretty easy, but some kids have trouble visualizing like what all is going on here. So we're actually going to take a visual, tactile approach to this today, see how to do it, and then tomorrow we'll learn how to do it differently. Now, to understand that, the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need the tiles that I passed out in class. Hopefully you've cut them out already. And I want to talk about this big square here. This big square has an area of x squared. Well, since it's a square, I know both the sides are the same length. I think what number was multiplied by itself to get x squared? Well, I could take the square root of x squared and I would get x. So this square is x by x. Now if I look at the little square, the 1 by 1, I know, yeah, I just gave you its dimensions, didn't I? It's 1 by 1. How do I know that? Because it's a square and the area is 1, so the square root of 1 is 1. It's a 1 by 1 square. 1 times 1 is 1. All right, the rectangle has an area of x. I notice that the rectangle is the same length as the big square. So that side must be x units long. The little side is the same as the little square, at least it should be. So that'd be 1 unit long. That's an x by 1 rectangle. Okay, now you notice I have two different sets of rectangles. That's just to show you where the colors, where the answer is. One set of colors is going to be the border, and one set is going to be the solution. Okay, so first of all, I am going to build something that is 2x by 1 units long, and I'm going to use my little shapes here. I'm going to turn this one horizontally. Now, I'm going to need another one of those, and I'll lay it side by side, and I think you would agree with me that right now this rectangle that I have, this shape that I'm drawing, is 2x long, right? I need it to be 2x plus 1, so I need a 1, and I'll tack that right on the end there. Okay? Looks like it's off just a smidgen, but anyway, there we go. All right, now I need something that's 2x plus 1, but I need it vertically. So I'm going to take this here and lay it corner to corner. And that's 1x. And so that'll be 2x. And that'll be plus 1. Okay. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but I see a rectangle starting to be formed. I see a rectangle that kind of goes like this. And then it would go down. Let's see, it would come over like that, and then go up like that, right? My job is to fill in that rectangle. I'm going to use these orange squares and rectangles over here to fill in that black rectangle. The pieces that I fill in will reveal the solution to me. Now, when I fill them in, I have to be careful. All right? I have to make sure I only put congruent sides next to congruent sides. This square over here is x squared. It's an x by x square. So I can't put it, say, in this corner because the sides of the orange square and the sides of the blue-yellow squares don't match up. I can put it here, though. See how it fits perfectly right there? Okay. I can take another one and put it here. Now, I'm out of room. I can't put another x squared there, but I could put one of those in there, right? It would fit in there perfectly. All right, looks like I can do an x squared down here. I can do another x squared down here, right? Looks like I'm going to need another x. Down below, see, I won't do this one here because while it might be congruent vertically with the yellow one, it is not congruent with the side of the x squared square. So I won't put that there. I will clone him and turn him horizontally and slide him in there. And do the same here. Okay. And then, I don't think it's turned right. There we go. And then I can fit that in there. Now, the orange area is the product of multiplying the quantity of 2x plus 1 times 2x plus 1. And here's how we interpret it. How many x squareds do we have? I see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 x squareds. How many x's? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 x's. And the plain old 1 at the end. And there you go. That's how easy it is. So that means if I multiply 2x, the quantity of 2x plus 1 times the quantity of 2x plus 1, I get the trinomial 4x squared plus 4x plus 1. Sorry, I lost that x there. All right, so let's try another one here. Let me pause the video and get a clear board. Okay, this time we're going to try to multiply the binomials. We'll do 4x plus 1, and we'll multiply that by 2x plus 2. Okay, so I'm going to build my border. I need a border that is 4x long. Give myself some room there. Maybe I better go 4x vertically. I think I'll have a little more space if I do that. It doesn't matter which way I do it because of the commutative property, right? So I've got 3x, I've got 4x, and then I need a plus 1, was it? Right? Yeah. And then horizontally, I'm going to need a 2x. And remember, I don't put it here because those two sides aren't congruent. For the border, I put it corner to corner. All right, so I need a 2x plus 2. So now I have a border that's 2x long. I need it to be plus 2 long there. Okay, and now I'm going to fill in the rectangle. And again, if you need to see the rectangle, I can go like this and like that. And it looks like I ran out of room here. So let me do this. There we go. And extend that over. And I should be able to just clone this. Move it over to the appropriate spot, which should be right there. And there is the rectangle that I need to fill in. All right, so let me fill it in. There we go. X squared. I'll need an x squared there. I'm just doing all my x squareds at the moment. I could have done those x's right off the bat. Okay. Ooh, it's going to be a lot of x squareds. All right. Okay, that's all my x squareds, and now I need some x's. There we go. And hopefully you're so smart that you're figuring this out already. Okay. All right. Turn them horizontally. Boom. And then I need a couple of 2's. All right, so let me see, how many x squareds do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 x squareds. All right, how many x's? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I have 10 x's. And then, just constants, it looks like there's 2. plus 2. And there you go. It's that simple. All right, that's the lesson for tonight. We'll get a little practice with this tomorrow, and Mr. Lawrence will show you why we learned it. All right, Mr. Lawrence signing off. Have a good night, everybody.